So the first race is coming up very soon, and we are kick-starting with the OKN Junior category, qualifying Heat 1 in Cremona. Then it was Ella Hakkinen taking the second win, James Anagnostidis winning the first in Valencia, and then Toby Gale winning the second in Valencia. Right, well, we're seeing a cart not starting there. That is Victoria Farfus, and unfortunately, well, that's not gone well. That'll be, the mechanic going straight over the white line there. That's going to be a driver in a lot of trouble. Right, there's a look at the grid. Let's take you through it. James Anagnostidis on pole position in this one. Again, another superb start to another weekend in the championship. Mateusz Witwer, second fastest. Sofia Powazniaia, third fastest, and starting on the second row of the grid, her best time qualifying of the season. Conor Clancy joining alongside. Victoria Farfus, who we just saw there struggling to get away, will be starting on the third row of the grid. We'll have Dinia Islamov starting alongside. Leonas Peruzzi from Angelina Simmons on row 4. Then it's Flavia Caria from Sujana Dandu on the fifth row of the grid, rounding out the top 10. That is her best qualifying of the season. Egon Prototti from Xavier Dudkovsky rounding out row number 6. Then it's William Marshall and Pazzuto on row 7. Casper Reipold and Vanessa Schilkenate, eighth row of the grid. Nilis Malik and Vera Yulen round out row number 9 from Marcel Capella and Sanjana Dandu on row 10. Then it's Salamat Soy and Isaac Say on row 11. Zachara Dole and Amru Adedinson round out row 12 from Christian Ebras and Ella Hakkinen on row 13. Then it's Kay Aziza ahead of Michaela Hart on row 14 with Karine Kaur and Jan Michalesco rounding out the top 30 on row 15. Great to see Jan back after unfortunately suffering a broken arm in Cremona. Toby Gale and Axel Nocom round out row number 16. They'll have Emilia Wiszomierska and Oscar Gallin on row 17. Then it's Konstantin Paps and Clelia Sodu rounding out the 36-car field. Clelia Sodu, again, new driver in the class, racing for the first time this weekend in the OKN Junior category. Drivers making their way to the red line on circuit. There it is, going past your screen. Now, from this point onwards, they should already be in 2x2 rolling start formation. At the moment, as you can see, they're getting there. But there seems to be a little bit confusion with who should be on what side of the grid, but it looks a little better now as the drivers make their way into the final corner and into the tram lines. It's the first race of the weekend, and it is green light and racing. Great start from Anagnostidis, who holds onto that inside row. Powazniaia and Farfus follow in tow as they make their way through turn number 2 and 3. You can see there they go 3-4 wide. Through that section there, it closes into the pinch point of turn number 4 as they make their way down into the lowest part of the circuit here. They then start to climb uphill as Victoria Farfus looks to the inside there for P2 through turn number 6, and it's all gone wrong here. 3 drivers off, and it's in the form of Vera Yuland, Sanjana Dandu, and Case Aziza. Unfortunately, all out of the race. They will get the attempt to get it restarted, but they only get the one attempt for that one. Down into the hairpin then. At the end of this first lap, big send down the inside, and that is a change there. Victoria Farfus up into P2. There's that same incident we saw earlier on. Marshall's quickly on the scene to clear that. And like we were saying, Victoria Farfus up to P2. That's a gain of 3 places. But remember, Victoria Farfus' mechanic there pushed her over the cutoff line. So that will put Victoria Farfus in a big danger, and I'm seeing investigation flag coming out on the DigiFlag on circuit of an investigation for Victoria Farfus in that number 14. But currently sitting there in P2 is looking strong in this race, but Powazniaia is still there as well. This is absolutely superb from Sofia Powazniaia, who's fighting away there in P3. Farfus to the lead, sails past James Anagnostidis, no drama there whatsoever, and takes the lead of this race. Unfortunately, the penalty for going over that white line is quite severe, and I don't even think a 5-second lead will help out Victoria Farfus here, but nevertheless, this is her best racing performance we have seen from her so far this season. Leading the way on lap number 3 here, it's Farfus from Anagnostidis. Witwer now into 3rd place. Powazniaia down to 4th, and it's Clancy, Islamov, Simmons, then it's Peruzzi, Pedrotti, and Cario, who rounds out the top 10 at the moment. But this is good stuff here. Mateusz Witwer, you can see him there in 3rd place. Look, he's G'ing the car along there. The number 18 is really pushing. We go up into the hairpin of turn 14, and again, Some around not close enough for the lunges. You can really brake late into that hairpin. It's uphill into the braking zone. You see a lot of drivers absolutely send it down. And again, we're going to see a change for the lead here. Yes, we are. Down the inside, James Anagnostiadis gets through, and so does Matej Witwer up into second place. And now Farfus down to third. She'll have the close company of Povazhnaya, and that's heavy damage there, unfortunately, and that is Zachariah Dole. And there's another driver off as well. That's Axel Nocom. Axel Nocom in the barriers with the likes of Zachariah Dole, and unfortunately, both of them out of this race. And, well, they were battling with each other out on circuit, and I suspect there might not be a friendly conversation there. Again, back with the lead. It's all switching round again once more. Witwer to the lead. Farfus goes through into second place now. Anagnostiadis down to third. Side by side across the start-finish line. It's wheel-to-wheel racing. And Anagnostiadis gets back up into second place. This closes in the pack. Povazhnaya still there in P4, is under pressure as Anagnostiadis again goes for the move down the inside. So does Farfus. She goes through into second place. Connor Clancy has closed into this battle as well as Islamov. Povazhnaya's gone down, battling away with Simmons Torres at the moment for P7. Pedrotti and Peruzzi still there as well. Reipold now into the top 10. But now Anagnostiadis and Farfus, they've closed in now. They're starting to break away just that little bit from the drivers behind. So now they can start to focus here, see if they can open up a little bit of a gap. But are we going to see these two continue to battle? Because there was a little bit feisty there into the hairpin, and the pace that we're seeing from Connor Clancy here right now, there in third place, is looking mighty strong. Farfus looked to the inside there. The gap had opened up. Anagnostiadis had opened the gap, but not close enough for the move. Here's Clancy down the inside, second place, and says thank you very much and moves up. Farfus now on the back foot as Ella Häkkinen sets the fastest lap of the race, 49.508. That is a superb time. She's fighting her way through the field at the moment, up 7 places currently just inside the top 20 in P19. Eyes still focused on this lead battle as we're on lap 6 of 8. To the inside, Farfus tries to get the move on Clancy. It's denied, and now Witwer gets through on the outside. Now Islamov might have a chance to get the move done here as Victoria Farfus is under immense pressure right now. Little sideways there into the braking zone of turn number 2. She holds on to it though. This is nice car control from all of these drivers in this top section right now. Brilliant switch back there from Witwer. Gets wheel to wheel now with Clancy, but the track there just playing into the advantage of Connor Clancy, and now Farfus gets back through into third place. And again, controlled drive. But Anagnostiadis now, he's clear, he's calm. He's up 0.7 of a second and looking strong at the moment. He's not having to take a defensive line right here as, well, Connor Clancy is going to have to take a defensive line and denies Farfus a way of getting through. So she will have to stay there in third place as they come back over the start-finish line. A look further down the field, some of the biggest movers out there. Toby Gale, after not a great qualifying, certainly making his position well known. He's up 16 places into P15. We saw a very similar story for Gale in Cremona as well in Italy in the first round of the championship. Certainly going to have to fight back fierce in this one. This is the replay and radio.
Number 1-4 over the white line from start.
Yep, confirmation there. 1-4 being Victoria Farfus as off the track there goes the 27, and that is Dinia Islamov. Unfortunately, Islamov, who had gained so many places and was fighting up at that sharp end, now tumbles down the order. James Anagnostiadis, though, across the line. He will see the first checkered flag in a qualifying heat this weekend at Franciacorta, and he will be absolutely delighted with that result. Clancy finishes in second place. Victoria Farfus, that's her best result on track. Unfortunately, I think that radio message that we just heard there at the end, pushing over the white line, will tumble Victoria Farfus down the order, which is a big, big shame. And, well, that will promote Matej Witwer, Sofia Povazhnaya. It will promote Pedrotti, Peruzzi, Reipold, and Pizzuto as well. Dinia Islamov crosses the line in P10. Salamatsui in 11th. They will, of course, go up a position as well. So Salamatsui will round out the top 10 post-race. And, of course, everything I say there, of course, ladies and gentlemen, is provisional with a capital P. So do take that with a pinch of salt. But James Anagnostiadis, current championship leader, looking very strong in his first qualifying heat of the weekend. Well, as drivers make their way back in towards Parc Ferme, of course, they will get weighed up and they'll head to scrutineering, of course, so nothing is signed, sealed and done just yet, as now the drivers make their way back into that one. A little bit of a clean-up operation will be happening on circuit. Many drivers are out of that race. Here's a look at the full classification at the end of that one. It's Anagnostiadis from Koneclance, Victoria Farfus in third ahead of Witwer. Then it's Pravaznaya from Prodotti, Peruzzi from Reipold, Pazzuto from Islamov, Matsui from Gale, Simmons from Dudkovsky, and Marshall, who rounds out the top 15. Flavio Carrier from Ella Hakkinen in 16th and 17th from Nilis Malik. Then it's Sujana Dandu from Jan Michalesco in the top 20. Oscar Gallin from Emilia Vishamirska from Marcel Cabela. Then it's Konstantin Paps from Christian Ebras. Green Core from Clelia Sodu, who rounds out the next two drivers out on the field. Then it's Amanu Adriansen, Michaela Hart, who rounds out the 29 finishers in that race.